Okay, this week we're going to be looking at evaluating multivariable expressions. Okay, so far what we've been doing is solving for equations like 3x plus 8 equals number, say 20. And then you solve it and you come and find what that variable is, x, right? Okay, now here you are given numbers and an expression and you just put in the numbers to find the value of the expression. Okay, so before we start, these are some notes. Okay, keep in mind negative number times a negative number always gives you a positive number. For instance, if you have negative 7 times negative 7, which is if we take negative 7 and we square it, you will get a positive number, right? So two negative numbers multiply, you get a positive number. But if you multiply a negative and a positive number, okay, the answer will be negative. Okay. The same with division. If you divide two negative numbers, you get positive. If you divide a negative and a positive, you get negative. So keep that in mind. And this sign right here, it's called this radical sign. It's called this is the square root. If we don't have any number written up here, this is standard square root. For example, this radical sign 9 means square root of 9, which is 3. It's the number that when you multiply by itself, you get 9. So 3 squared equals 9. The reverse of this square is you take square root of 9 to get back to 3. Okay, this sign here with 3 on top, you write this with 3 back here is cube root. Okay, so cube root of 8 is 2. It's a number that you, when you multiply by itself 3 times, will get you 8. That number is 2. Keep that in mind. Okay, so let's do a couple of exercises here. I have, given that B is 3/2, C is 5.5, and D equals 3, evaluate C plus B over C minus D. Okay, so what this means is, okay, all you got to do is come here, the value of C that you're given, which is 5.5, you add it to the value of C is 5.5, you add it to the value of B, which is 17/5 or 3/2, okay? And then after that, you're going to divide it by the difference of 5.5 and 3. Okay, so this whole thing, 11/2 plus 17/5 divided by 5.5 minus 3. We rewrite it. Okay, the top, we're going to do the numerator first. Okay, we use parentheses. And you see this long line here in the middle, this division sign? That's a division sign. We rewrite that as this division sign. Okay, and then we bring the denominator. Okay, so this whole thing has been transformed to that. It's the same thing. Okay, so we use parentheses. We do the numerator first. Okay, or we can do the denominator, but just make sure you follow order of operations. Use parentheses, evaluate what's in here. Okay, and you know how to add fractions. 11/2 plus 17/5 becomes 89/10. And then 5.5 minus 3 is 2.5, which is 5/2. Okay, so 89/10 divided by 5/2 becomes, so remember, keep flip change, keep KFC. We keep the first here, we keep that. We flip 5/2 to become 2/5, and then we change division to multiplication. And then I say, well, simplify first. Do not do 89 times 2 over 50, which is what, 180, 178 over 50. It gets bigger. Simplify first, okay? Sometimes I get 2. So simplify. We see how 2 is on the top here. 2 divides 2 is 1. And then 10 divided by 2 is 5. After that, I don't have any more numbers to divide. So I say 89/25. That's my answer. Okay, let's do another one. Given A equals 3 and B equals -2, find the value of A minus B over A times B. Okay, so be careful here when you're putting your values. So A is 3 minus, and then B is negative 2. So it becomes 3 minus parenthesis. Okay, use parenthesis as much as possible. Negative 2 over 3 times negative 2. So be careful you don't write 3 minus 2. Okay, because the B is already negative 2. So it's minus negative 2. Be very careful. This is where a lot of students make mistake. So it becomes 3 plus 2. 3 minus negative 2 is 3 plus 2 divided by negative 6, which is negative 5 over 6. Negative 5 over 6 is the same as 5 over negative 6. Most commonly, we write negative in the middle, 5 over 6. All those three are the same. Okay, got it? So you can reverse it, pause the video, or just go back. Okay, do it yourself to see if you get the same answer. All right, don't just watch and do active listening. All right, here is the last one here. Given y equals tx all squared over 3t minus 5c. Find the value of y when t equals 4 and z equals negative 2. Same thing here. We come in and plug in the values we've been given using parentheses. So t is 4. So 4 times negative 2. Now I put parentheses around it here and then square it. Okay. With t, 3 times 4 minus 5 times negative 2. Use parentheses. Don't do anything in your head. Try and write things as much as possible. Okay. All right. So now we have 4 times negative 2 is negative 8 squared. Okay. Over 3 times 4 is 12. And negative 5 times negative 2 becomes positive 10. Positive 10. Or you can do 12 minus negative 10 becomes 12 plus 10. Okay, so negative 8 squared. Remember what I told you in the beginning? The negative 8 squared means negative 8 times negative 8. And a negative number times a negative number gives you positive. So be careful. Don't write negative 64. It is positive. Okay. Over 10, 12 plus 10 is 22. So it's 64 over 22. And always simplify your answer. What number divides both? 2. So I divide it and it becomes 32 over 11 or 2 9/11s. You are done. Okay, I hope this helped. So you go in iExcel and you do log into Algebra 1 and do HH9 or 8 grade and end 8 grade X6. Practice these two. And I'm also going to put this in your Google Classroom for additional exercises. Do all these. All right. Keep on practicing. Okay. Apply yourself very well. And all things being equal, you shall bloom. Welcome to Bloom Leadership Academy. Have a good day. Bye bye.